Danny Amendola played 13 NFL seasons and is a two-time Super Bowl champion. 8th most receiving yards. 8th most receptions and receiving yards in Super Bowl history. Just 3 games. It's pretty impressive as well. You're tied for the 5th most receiving yards in a single Super Bowl. Of course, that was against Philadelphia when you had 152. You're here thanks to our friends at Olipop. Thanks so much, Danny, for stopping by for a few minutes.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, I appreciate it. All right. Let's talk about this game. Let's talk about this game on Sunday. You've obviously been here. You've played in the biggest moments. What needs to happen for the let's start with the Eagles side of the ball. What needs to happen for the Eagles to win this Super Bowl?
I mean, they got to control the clock. I mean, they can't turn the ball over, and Saquon's got to eat. So, you know, I feel like they've got a lot of momentum going into this game with him, and you know, he's had a great playoff run so far. You know, it's hard to root against Saquon Barkley for sure, but you know, he's a great player, man. They got to give him the ball.
Yeah. So I'm gonna turn on the other side here because I think this is something that you really have insight into. Because the Eagles, yes, they won the one time, but you know they're considered the underdog. They're scrappy. Here's the Chiefs going for a three-peat. Much like the Patriot teams that you were on, you guys are the top dog. Everyone in the league is looking at you guys, and so the threat of trying to repeat, of trying to get back. So talk to me about the pressure that's on the Chiefs this week.
That's the good thing about playing, you know, good football in the playoffs, and especially if you're coming off a Super Bowl win or you played in the Super Bowl the year before, is you're getting every other team's best shot every week. And you really got to raise your level of play, and that gets you better, you know, as a whole. So, you know, the Chiefs, you know, they're coming in possible three-peat. They're getting every other team's best shot every week, and they're getting better every. So it's hard to you know, go against the Chiefs. I think they're gonna win it, but you know, it's gonna be a good game. Obviously, they're gonna get the Eagles' best shot. So we'll see.
Well, so you said that you think the Chiefs win this game. Now, as a guy who played a lot of football with Tom Brady, right? Where are you at here on this Tom Brady versus Mahomes, the GOAT debate, right? And does that change for you if they can complete this three-peat? Because that's one thing, because Tom Brady done did a lot,
right?
But that's one thing that he hasn't done.
Right.
So, and you know, you talked about it earlier, you know Patrick Mahomes is going to step up in the big moments. So where are you at in that GOAT debate, being Tom Brady's former teammate?
Right. You know, Patrick, you know, obviously is an amazing talent, and I think time will tell. You know, it's too early for the GOAT talk, I think, right now, but I mean, he's well on his way to being one of the best ever. You know, I think winning this game, the three-peat game, will you know, cement his name into that talk, into that category. But we're going to be able to debate this for the rest of our lives, and I'm looking forward to it. So, dude.
Yeah, I think you make a good point here. I got asked this thing, and someone was trying to argue Mahomes. I was on Kansas City radio,
right?
And they said to me, like, if Mahomes wins this, right, he's the GOAT. And I said, listen, if he doesn't throw another pass in the NFL, he's a first ballot Hall of Famer. There's no question, right? I said, but he's doing this all under the age of 30.
Right.
Tom won him in his 20s, and he won him in his 40s.
Right, yeah.
Talk to me when Mahomes wins one in his 40s.
Right.
He won one with Belichick. He won one without Belichick. He won it for 2 different teams. He won it with wide receivers like you, and he won it with speedsters. You know, like he didn't. Yes, he had Gronk for some of it, but like he won it with different personnels and different offenses. Like I feel like the Chiefs he's always had Andy Reid. He's always had Kelsey. Again, I'm not trying to take away Mahomes' greatness, because he's brilliant. But like I just feel like there's a larger body of work for Tom.
Right, and it's kind of like, if you think about it, the early success of Tiger Woods too. Kind of like with all his championships that he won, and then he hit an injury off the course, right, and then his career has been kind of, you know, it hadn't been what we thought it was going to be when he was winning all these championships growing up. So time will tell, you know what I'm saying? So we got a lot of time. Patrick's going to play for another 6, 7. I mean,
probably
he can play for more than that, really.
You know, 10 years.
10 more years. Can you imagine Patrick Mahomes playing for 10 more years?
That's a lot of numbers to rack
and he's had a lot of success, obviously, early. So time will tell. You know, I've known Patrick. He went to Texas Tech, so he and I went to the same school, and I've been rooting for him. You know, he did a lot of great things for our university, and you know, I'll always be in his corner, so I'm always going to be rooting for him. But
I was going to say my other argument. Maybe this isn't fair, but one of my other arguments for Tom versus Patrick, and again, it's probably not fair to Patrick, is that Patrick, just from Patrick's a better athlete,
right?
Just in terms of what God gave you. You know what I mean? Like, like a first-round pick versus a sixth-round pick, and like. Not that what Patrick hasn't done is brilliant, hasn't worked his ass off to get to where he is, but Tom doesn't have a cannon for an arm the way that Patrick does. Patrick was just born with like this rifle. And so I feel like Tom's actually.
And Tom don't run. He don't run around.
He doesn't have the speed that Mahomes does. Not even early in his career, he never did. Like he was never, that kind of athlete. So I sort of feel like Tom's overcome more, if that makes any sense.
Right.
They're both brilliant, and it's a fun debate.
We'll see, man. Time will tell.
One will have for a long time. Let's talk about you a little bit, Danny. You was on Dancing with the Stars one time.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
So what was that like, and do you use your ability and athleticism as a football player to implement that into that?
It was an awesome experience. Definitely outside the box for me, being a football player first, and then trying to go into this, into the dance world. But it was awesome, dude. I had a great partner. It's something that I could carry with me for my entire life. I learned so much about the art form of dance, every genre you could think of. For me, as a football player, the steps came natural. So like remembering every steps, because all the footwork drills that we did, but the frame and the posture and everything else that comes, the musicality of learning. When to look and how to operate your body. The little nuances of dance was something that I had to learn, and watching pros like, Gleb and Max and all these guys that can get out and they're the pros is awesome to watch. And I learned a lot from it. So it was an amazing experience.
Speaking of entertainment and amazing experiences, what was your favorite joke from the Brady roast?
Oh my gosh,
there was a lot of them.
There was a lot of them, man. I mean, I think Gronk got a lot of them, but then he got up and got to get them back. It was Nikki Glazier killed it.
She crushed.
Tony Hinchcliffe killed it. It was awesome to watch. Jules killed it. And then my favorite part was I was backstage, and Will Ferrell came in and dapped me up as Ron Burgundy. So I got to sit in, and I was freaking out because it was Ron Burgundy.
Was you starstruck a little
Dude,
bit?
I was starstruck.
Of course.
I was starstruck.
Did you know he was coming?
No, nobody had any idea. And he came in, and we were all chilling backstage watching the monitor, about to go on stage, and he walks in and he kind of gave me a fist bump. I'm like, dude, I can't believe Ron Burgundy just dapped me up. Unbelievable.
I mean, it's such an iconic character. He's so good.
He's so good.
And
he's so good.
And he just crushed it as well.
Yeah.
I thought the Brady roast was hilarious. I'm glad I'm not Tom.
Right.
That was
we gonna have one on you one day.
Yeah, right. Yeah, definitely.
And I'll be there.
I know you will. I will.
100%.
My only shame, I feel, Dan, tell me if you're like I am, which is my only regret about the Brady roast is that it happened before the public knew about Bill's girlfriend.
Right, yeah. That would have been good. That would have been good ammo.
Can you imagine?
That would have been good ammo.
Would have been unbelievable.
Yeah.
Hey, Danny, talk to me about Omnipop and your partnership with them. What's going on there?
Olipop.
Olipop. I'm sorry.
Olipop.
That's my bad.
It's 35 calories in every can.
Okay.
My favorite's vintage cola. They have 15 plus different flavors. You can find it at Whole Foods. You can find it at Target. 50,000 different contributors to this drink. It's amazing. It's good for digestive health. It's a prebiotic, so it's something that you don't have any guilt drinking, and it's good for you. It's good for gut health. It's a healthy cola, and it's awesome tasting. So it's great.
Yeah, I mean I drink, as my co-host knows, I drink a tremendous amount of diet soda. So I need to check this out.
It's good, man. You gotta check it out. Olipop. You can find it at Whole Foods, Target. It's a healthy Coke.
I see you say non-GMO on the side too. I'll keep that. Yeah.
There we go.
Non-GMO. That's right. Hey, Kroger, Target, Whole Foods, Sprouts, Safeway, and online at drinkolipop.com. Two-time Super Bowl champion Danny Amendola. Always a pleasure, my friend.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it, man. Good to see you all.
Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it.
Hey, it's Matthew Berry from NBCSports.com and RotorWorld.com, and I want to thank you so much for watching whatever it is you just watched, or if nothing else, being too lazy to click out of the autoplay after this video started, after whatever it is you actually wanted to watch finished. But now that you're here, I'd like to take a moment here to ask you respectfully now, okay? I'm asking you respectfully to subscribe to the NFL on NBC YouTube channel. You'll get the latest Roto-World fantasy news headlines, all sorts of great shows, including my own Fantasy Football Happy Hour. So go subscribe now. Again, I'm asking respectfully.